Hey everyone, Egman here with another video. Today I've got my star deck modification for the baby Vegeta deck that's coming out next week. A lot of people I've seen been asking for this deck. I think this has been kind of hyped up for a while, and here's really my take. I will premise this video with I'm not super I'm more of a control and kind of anti-meta player, not as much aggressive, but I will show off this deck. This is a pretty basic build and has a lot of room for customization, but I also will go over kind of the turn 3 kind of super play that this deck can kind of pull off. So first off with the leader, it's Baby Vegeta, it's yellow, and it has the active main once per turn. Choose one card from your life, add it to your hand, switch this card to active mode, so that's super cool. It pretty much gives dual attack by just taking cards from your life. Leaders that have self-awakening are always somewhat relevant, so good for this. And then also, when your life is at 2 or less, you may draw 2 cards and choose up to 2 of your energy switches to active mode and flip this card over. So that's really cool, being able to it's a formidable burst, and it kind of gives up if you awaken on turn 2, or turn 2 or turn 3. It makes it for the fact that you don't actually generate any value with this leader, but since you're able to have a 2 card draw and 2 energy on tap burst, is fantastic. You have to be at 2 or less energy, which seems kind of tough, but I'll show you how it's a little bit easier than that. And then also for the awakened side, it has dual attack, and then once per turn, when this card attacks, draw 1. So the idea is that you on the turn you're going in, you use this effect. You swing with your baby Vegeta leader. And then you use his active main, you switch to active mode again, and then you awaken, and then you got 2 more attacks with your leader. So, because dual attack doesn't proc until it's awakened and all that. So, cool there, and pretty much let's kind of go through the, I don't know, let's go through the main loop for this deck. So, it pretty much starts with getting this 4-drop Super Baby 1 all-consuming terror out. It has this Union Absorb, but we don't care about that for this deck because we don't have any of the Brainwash cards. But the biggest thing for him, it has Barrier and then Arrival with red and yellow for 1 yellow, so you just play this card for free. And since it's a 4-drop red-yellow card, we can EX Evolve for free with the Super Baby 1 Parasitic Menace. So you just put them on top as 25k double strike, and then when a card evolves in this card, draw 1 card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, gets minus 5k power for duration of the turn, and then you can't play this for duration. And then it also has this active main for 1 red, choose 1 baby card with an energy cost of 6 from your hand and play on top of this card. You can, in this deck, if you want to be more mid-rangey, you can put the red 6-drop from set 4. But we instead are going into this grade 8 baby, the ultimate evil light form. So he is the idea. He just EX evolves for 1 red and 1 yellow on top of a baby with an energy cost of 5 or more. So you pretty much turn your 4-drop into a 5-drop for free, and then you can do this EX evolve. And so a couple things. One, it has double strike and offering. And then also active main, choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand. Choose one of your opponent's leader cards against minus 5k power for duration of the turn. And this is not a once per turn ability either, so you can just if you're going in on this turn, you're able to just keep going in, keep taking life, and pretty much keep giving your opponent's leader minus 5k. And fun fact, your leader cards can go below 5k, below 0, so it can be negative 10k power, and then they have to even just combo 2 or 3 cards just to kind of balance you, right? So that's pretty cool. So that's what this guy is for. And then also we have this Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku a heartfelt plea. Jeez. It has triple strike and offering as well. And auto choose 1 of your red battle cards with 25k power or more and place it in your owner's drop area. When your leader card activates Awaken, and this card isn't in play from your battle area, you may play this card from your hand. So this is a red-yellow card with 30k power, so that means that this card can blow it up. So pretty much the idea is that on turn 3 you get this out with Arrival for 1 yellow, and then after that you use 2 more energy, 1 yellow, 1 red to get this out by EX evolving into this, drawing a card, giving something minus 5k, and then EX evolving into this guy. Use active main to get any remaining life you need, to get to 2 energy or 2 life to get this to pretty much get your opponent's leader also to negative whatever, right? And then you awaken, you play this when you awaken, And then also you play this Pan Grade 8 Whisper, so it's a blocker, but in permanent you can only have one of these in your battle area. But auto, if your life is at 2 or less when your leader activates Awaken, you may play this card from your hand, active main, choose up to one of your yellow battle cards switch to active mode, then negate the skill for duration of the turn. So, or sorry, for duration of the game. So this means that this can untap this guy, which means it's a triple strike dual attack. So which is fantastic on top of all the pressure we're already giving to our opponent. So. That's the kind of like the main win condition there. Some extra cards for this deck. So we got Super Baby 1 the Conqueror. You can only have one of these out, but if active main, if your leader card is a yellow baby card and your opponent has added a total of 2 or more cards from their life to their hand or drop area this turn, play this card from your hand. This is really good for like sneaking out anything, and this doesn't activate like during when they take their second life. This can be activated whenever. So if you gave them 2 life, you set them down from 3 life to 1 life, and you send an attack and they tap out thinking you don't have anything else to play, you can just play this guy and then kind of sneak in the win and that kind of stuff. Very similar with this 4-drop baby. Auto, when you play this card, choose one card from your hand and place in your drop area, which isn't a terrible thing because we're probably going to have 1 or 2 10k combos stuck in our hand. But actually, if your leader card has 0 power, or sorry, if your opponent's leader card has 0 power or less, and Super Baby 2 is not in your play in your battle area, play this card from your hand. So same kind of thing. If we're able to use this effect 3 times and give it minus 15k, then this just comes out for free later. And it's a free 15k attack against something that has 0 attack anyway, so your opponent has to really combo it for it. We're only running 2 because that's less likely. I'd say that being able to deal 2 damage in 1 turn is a lot more likely, but there's that. Next up we have our pretty much we have a super combo. We're doing it life 4 or less just because we're digging so deep into our life. And then let's look at the 1-drops. These can probably be... So I'd say, like, first the Saiyan Kaba and the Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku the Last Straw. Both these are pretty much the same thing. Swing, and then they get plus 10k power and double strike for duration on the turn. Both these are, pretty aggressive, and it lets you, if you get one of the attacks, then you get the Super Baby 1 out for free. So that's why I chose these guys. Really want to be, we're trying to be as aggressive as we can, and we have to get down to 2 life, so being able to, help that with taking a life every time we swing also helps that going forward. So we also have 4 of these Dr. Mew under Baby's control, and 4 of these pint-sized Warrior Son Goku. Both these are just pretty much to get combo pieces we need. This looks at the top 3 for anything with Baby, which would be pretty hard not to find since there's so many Baby cards in here. And then there's pint-sized Warrior Son Goku. This might be like the weakest card in the deck, but look at the top 7 cards from your deck, choose up to 1 red Son Goku GT, among them add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. This helps us find our 5-drop. I'm not sure, like, I'm kind of conflicted because you want to see this every game, but it's it has energy exhaust and all that, so you don't want to have too many in your deck. So being able to technically have one through this, I think, is helpful enough. I wish it was just any Goku GT, because then we'd be able to get this 1-drop as well, but it's not like that. It can also find itself. I don't know. This card seems kind of weak, but we really want to find this. If you have another idea for this deck or for this card, this would probably be the first card to take out. And lastly, our extra cards. We're not running a lot because we're trying to be aggressive, but we're running 3 Blitz Wave Generator. So when you activate this card, you can't activate another one for the duration of the turn. And then active main, if your leader card's Baby, look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 Baby card among them, add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. If you add a card to your hand, choose up to 1 yellow energy and switch to active mode. So this just helps us find our combo pieces. Once again, it's really difficult to not find a Baby card in this because we run so many of them. But it's really important that we see both the 4-drop and the 5-drop in this, so having multiple ways to find it. And this is, quote unquote, a free search, so we're running through there. And then just 2 time magic. It felt weird not having any negates in this deck, and even though we're really aggressive, it's it might be helpful to have 1 or 2. This card might be able to take out 2. You might just decide you're going balls to the wall aggro and go through there. But here's the basic deck, and I'm gonna go to untap to kind of show you visually what the combo looks like. So here's the kind of like turn 3 burst turn. This is dependent on having 2 yellow energy and 1 red energy. But here's the idea. So you have your leader, you swing in, you combo with 1 red card and 1 yellow card. and then you use a rival with 1 yellow to get out the this guy. There we go. So we've got a 4-drop red yellow baby with 15k in barrier. So that goes there. Then we'll use our leader ability to draw 1 from here and untap 1. So this is a active mode again, which means it's great for if we awaken this turn. It still has its dual attack. And then from there, we're gonna use this for free. So we get to draw 1 card, give something minus 5k. And from there, we are able to do an Aegis Evolve into the 7-drop Grade 8 baby, the Ultimate Evil Life Form, since it's now a 5-drop red baby. And then from there, this guy, we're able to, we get to do Offering. So they, opponent either takes 1, crits 1 life, we get to draw 2 cards. So I'm going to say we get to draw 2 here. And then from there, we're going to use this effect twice, at least twice. So let's just say 2 times, giving it minus, here, I'm going to move these over here so it's not in the way, giving it minus 10k. You know what, let's do it just one more time, giving it minus 15k. So if it's a regular leader, it's at 0 now, which means we get to play our 4-drop baby for free, since it's at 0 right now. Let's say swing with this guy, double strike 30k, your opponent does something about it, and they're still at 0, right? So this is like 30k to 0. They have to combo 35k to get over it. And then after that, we will awaken. So that means we get to untap 2 cards. We also get to draw 2 cards and go on the alt face. And then after that, so when this is happening, we get to play this Super Saiyan 4 Goku by discarding that. And then also we get to play this Pan. So now we have this big 30k triple strike. And then we get to swing with it once. And then after that, Pan gets to restand it and swing with it a second time. Assuming they take any damage, we also get this 3-drop baby out for free. And even from there, we're able to then swing twice more with our leader, drawing 1 card the first time, and then swinging again, and it's another 15k. We've got 2 energy open, which means that we can play something like this Dr. Mew if we need to try to even just put any damage onto it. Like, even though it's just a 5k, their leader's at 0, so Dr. Mew is more powerful than it right now. And just really go from there. So that's pretty much the big win turn for the deck. The idea is that we just put a lot of pressure on them. I'd say this is a bit of a glass cannon, because if they have something like Flying Nimbus really screws us up. Are any prevalent counterplays? This is pretty much the extra card counterplays are what we're really worried about. Stuff since this 4-drop baby has barrier, they can't play Vegeta the Cruel or anything to this, because it won't affect it. And going into the 5-drop, then it won't do anything either, because it has 25k, so there's nothing that stops this from happening. And then going to the 7-drop as well, and then also going to this 30k. So it doesn't have a lot of interaction with counterplays. Just stuff like Denial of Hope will stop it, but that's pretty niche, and I don't think people are playing a lot of that right now. And even if you bait it out, you still just use 1 yellow energy for it to happen. And they had to use 2 energy, so they're not doing anything, their turn for it. But yeah, that's about it. And there's still some potential, depending on how aggressive they are, to still get to 2 energy and awaken yourself, which means you can go through this whole combo again. It's just a 3 energy combo, so if they do that, then let's say we can play a Kaba for 1, swing, and then if we get down to 2 life here, then we can untap everything. And really just go from there. We wouldn't be able to get this out from there, so that's less powerful, but it's just an option. So yeah, that's pretty much my idea for it. Maybe it's too specific on cards, and maybe it's not as powerful as it needs to be, but I think there's a lot of synergy here, and it has some potential. But yeah, so that's going to be the deck. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what I got right and what I got wrong. This really is just supposed to be just a beginner area. I know a lot of people are really looking forward to what's Baby going to be looking like this set, and I think this is a contender for a spot there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.